Let's do this for Ryan, see how it works out. Cosmic bubbles is a background, cosmic background radiation. What I'm trying to tell you is this is not leftover from the Big Bang. This is like a three-dimensional map. Looking into a fishbowl, you see the bubbles in the bowl. It's very similar to this picture right here, where you can see areas inside the bubbles, outside. That's right there, three-dimensional. Here's the pictures that started it all. This picture right here was run through the printer, and it come out like this with these large black areas surrounding this. If you look at it, it looks just like this picture of the cosmic background, which has a large area right there which matches the features and formation of this. So this right here, it's an antenna galaxy, by the way, and I'll show you later on some of those reflections. But it's area electromagnetic field surrounded by no electromagnetic field. Same thing here, you look at it closer, it's the same thing. These hot areas, there's galaxies. Inside a bubble, like a whole, worst case scenario to me, it looks like an intestine. Where this is all inside and this is outside. What we have outside is no radiation. Alright? What kind of black body emits no radiation? Antimatter. How does antimatter fit into this? Well, in two areas of space, you have plasma inside, no plasma outside. And you have antimatter. Now, galactic cycle starts out as a mother rock. We see this picture, and then we see this picture. What? This is so far away. How are you going to tell me that's dust? That ain't dust from this distance. Particles that size would be the size of planets. So this is all planets in a galaxy. Every galaxy has trillions of planets. And as this ring is spinning around faster and faster, it's shrinking. It's going to end up looking more like this. Centaurus A. It's going to have a band around it. Now as that band gets smaller, it starts to encircle the center. There's nothing in the center anymore. Smaller and smaller. It turns into the shape of a globe with a hollow center. And here we have that planet ring. That's what I like to call it. Turns into a huge rock. Trillions and trillions of planets all get together at the end of a galactic cycle, and they form this rock with a hollow core. This thing is millions of times of a sun, probably dozens of times the size of a solar system. And that starts, it goes over to the edge of this bubble that I showed you here. This rock travels to the edge of this bubble right there, where it's going to use its electromagnetic field spin to create an opening that allows it to take antimatter into the center of the rock. Then when enough of that is filled up in there, it makes contact with mass and boom, huge explosion, plasma jet starts. Then the plasma jet starts the other side. And these plasma jets are what produce stars. And as this thing starts to turn sideways, the plasma blows over the rock and creates planets, stars, and everything else. Looks like that. Up close it looks like this, where here's the center of the rock blowing out the plasma jet. Stars are born in this plasma jet. Gaseous planets are born in cold gas right off the edge of it. Solid planets are chunks of lava that just roll off. Just like that. There's the rock. There's a plasma jet going behind it. Alright, you take that picture. Let's go through the cycle here. There's the first amount of rock. As the plasma jets blow out from the center, ha! Look at there. Barred spiral. As that spiral turns more, it's turning. It's blowing out these lines behind it. Those lines are not falling in, they're blowing outwards. Starts to spiral some more, turns into a bigger barred spiral. You can see how it goes from this to this to this, on out to the size of a spiral, even with a bar in it, without a bar in it. They turn into a regular spiral galaxy. And if you notice, almost all these spiral galaxies have only two actual arms. One there and one here. Look at them. Look at them real close. You only have two arms spiraling outwards. Just like the mother rock. Plasma jet on either side. As it turns, it's blowing it all outwards into this shape. There you go. Now, when it gets through with all that, it recycles into the rock all over again. Here we have the rock itself as it gets bigger and bigger, galaxy. And now, let's cut this planet ring. This first planet ring we started with. It's like a donut. Let's look at it sideways. Let's cut it in half. Turn it sideways. You're looking at a donut. Right? Now, it took I'm an astronomer who was a curator at Houston Museum of Natural Science, who was who ran a planetarium. In front of his boss, he argued with me for 20 minutes before he realized where he was wrong and I was right. The mass of this rock, the gravity contained in the mass, is in the rock itself. There's nothing in the center. In the center, everything is being ripped apart towards the edge of the rock. Just like right here, we go sideways, look at it. The mass, you can do it right here, but it's actually closer to the center, just about right there. About a fourth of the way outwards. Gravity is here inside this ring, which means that everything inside is being pulled apart either direction. You have little or no or even anti-gravity in the center here. And when that closes, when that donut starts to take on a globe shape, that hollow core, because it's rotating, the core stays hollow, forms a huge center area, and like I showed you, a hole right through the center of it. Once the plasma jet starts up, you put some antimatter in the center of this here, plasma jets out either way, boom, you got your galaxy. Inside of the mother rock, you can see what we're talking about. Now we have antimatter here. Now, you see this magnetic field. It ionizes the hydrogen gas, and that's what turns it into plasma that builds stars. Other pictures of the same type of ideas. This have come out, but they call it a blazer. Yeah, that's not a blazer. It's a mother rock. And here, this is the cover of Lerner's book, The Big Bang Never Happened. And as you can see, I knew back in 1992 that the mother rock is right inside here, spinning around. See the field? This is electrical, magnetic. And over here is the plasma jet that I'm talking about. You see the spin of the jet. I'll show you that later on too. That's coming out this side, coming back towards us. Later on, we found the other side. I'll show you pictures that show it over there. Same thing. It's all pretty much the same thing. Now we get into the galaxies themselves. Here's pictures. Where's that one on the internet that showed all them stripes and shapes on the center of the galaxy? Look at that. Isn't that the exact same thing? That's the way plasma works. As this rock is spinning around and blowing this shit out, look at these shapes that are being caused by the spin of the plasma going all the way around here. They think that these are caused by supernovas that go boom, one here, another boom right there, another boom. You gotta be fucking ridiculous to believe that. But just to show you the similarities, I'm gonna deal with scalability through this entire book. You might not want to draw a corollary here, but I'm gonna show it to you anyway. You see the shapes? You see the way the plasma acts here? What do you see in there? This is the surface of the sun doing the same thing that the intergalactic medium is doing. And if you look at this picture here, we'll take it out of the original. This is all makeshift, so y'all bear with me. So, this might work just like that. You see these shapes here, okay? I'm gonna show it to you. Right here. You see these lines? See that? You see there's a W shape right here. Okay, you see another one here where these lines are going outwards. Do you see that? You're not going to... I'm not seeing things. Those are there. See, look at this here. You cannot look at that and not see those lines. See this? See all those lines going through there? All that stuff. Look at this. Here, look at that V shape right there. These stars. Weird, strange, call it what you want. Look at the lines in here. You don't go through it, or can you see them now? Are you seeing them? See this long area here. See that sweep? Do you see the black between the stars? See that? See all this? Those are supposed to be stars. And astronomers are going to say they're just lined up, line of sight. That right there. This right here, all this, none of that. This shit like this right here. Look at that. Does that look like a line that's caused by a line of sight? That these stars just happen to be lined up one behind the other? I wish it could focus better, but this is a cheap ass camera. It's the best I can do. Now can you see them? They're everywhere. Look at that. Now you could make an argument that they're caused by this, but later on we'll show you what's actually doing it. Point here is to make it clear that we're not dealing with areas of vacant space where the stars are just out there and nothing else. There it is right there. There's the fucking W. See that? See that W right there? Huh. There it is. Tell me that's not the same thing in the same place. It is. Even this here. You see it. See the outline? These are simply two different pictures of the same area of the galaxy. Milky Way from the heart from the inside. We'll get to that later. So. Similar to the other ones I showed you. Infrared image of a galaxy. It's hard to see right there. We'll move it like that. Now you see. What does that look like? You ever see isometric drawings? You ever see elevations on a map where they put each one is a layer higher and lower? That's what you're seeing there, is that you are looking through layers of gas. These are layers. Now this is inside the electromagnetic field. This is inside the bubble that I've been showing you. And this is what they look like in reality. These are glossy pictures that when you put them through a printer, you see these lines. And all the books say, oh, those are just anomalies, and that's not nothing. Problem I have, and I saw it right away, was, here's what I did. I changed the direction. I turned this original picture come out of that book there. I took this picture and then I turned it sideways in the printer and it comes out like this. Now, you're not going to see it right away, but you'll see it when I show it to you. There you can see the lines where they flow down through here. This is a Magellanic Cloud, by the way, LMC, but the picture is actually backwards in the catalog that I had. You can see the lines here. You see how they drop off here. Look at the direction they go, here and across. When I turn the picture different, this is how the lines look. Now all of a sudden, the same lines aren't going across and down. They're coming at an angle here, angle over that way. Well, I'm about to blow your fucking mind because this is what this picture actually looks like. This is how I knew something was going on the first time. Because what I saw here was, here's a nebula, 30 Doradus in Large Magellanic Cloud. And this is the formation we're dealing with here in this picture. Right there. What I'm trying to tell everybody, these lines I'm showing you there, these are layers that reflect. Because these three, see that? Each one of those is a reflection of this downward. Now, when I was first studying this shit, I noticed the lines I just showed you in the galaxy exist right here. You see them? Look at that. So that those are all reflections on those same layers. That's a reflection on the same layer. None of this picture is real except for 30 Doradus. That's where the mother rock is, and if that shape looks familiar, it's because it's exactly like the plasma jet we saw already. Sorry, but this is rather unorganized, and I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't even can't find it now. Don't even worry about it. But what we're dealing with here, when I looked at this picture, I saw. Can we get a focus on that? Bring it in a little bit. There we go. I can see it now. Do you see the lines going up and down through here? You see that? See that? Those lines are going straight up and down right there. But if guess what? They're also going this way. See that black through there? See that dark spot? See that? So we have layers here that are going both directions. But what's curious about this, these layers here match. Look, can you see them? Up and down, up and down. Look, they match. There it is. So all this whole star here, this whole field here, I can see all the way down through here. These are all on these layers. And I've already established that these three are reflections from there. So let's just extend that a little bit. And if you look at the shape of this one, the shape of that one, look at there. These are layers, and those are all reflections on the layers. So here's the entire picture of Large Magellanic Cloud. It might be backwards, I don't care. But if you look at this entire area, all this is fake. Not even real. The only thing real in that picture is right there. 30 Doradus. Reflections. I used to call them star lines. I thought they were lines of stars because of that. Oh, no. Here's my most famous picture. I love this. Bear in mind that this is a piece of shit phone, so I'm having a hell of a time showing this. This is really just for Ryan. We already went through this, Ryan. I already told you, we already know that those little anomalies, or them little balls, match the stars here. So this plasma jet, you can see the stars are being born. This plasma jet is birthing stars. Now, when I saw that, for the first time I saw a different explanation for how stars are born. And this is the first picture that really started me on everything. It took me a long time to realize it, took me a long time to look at it, to figure out what's going on. We'll get to that with the next one. Thank you.